Got it. Okay, so this is the follow-up call that we had talked last, and there's a few things that we said that we were kind of follow back up, and I know there's been a few emails, so we can probably kind of clarify some of that information as well, if is that good, Dr. Boardman?
That'd be
Okay,
fine. Thank you.
okay. So I did put together like a little basic presentation, but also included some YouTube links for some of the videos and stuff like that. So I'm going to share that real quick.
Okay. And then afterwards, can you email that to me by any chance?
Yeah, sure, sure,
Okay,
sure.
great.
Yeah. So let me do a share screen here real quick. Go to share screen. There it is there. And I'm going to do, can you all see that?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So of course, this is just like the basic slide there. So the next thing, I know you were asking about the benefits and everything that were due to you. So as for the 216 to 630 time frame, you should be eligible for, oh, my battery's running low. Hold on, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Sure.
Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
I didn't realize it was gonna die there. All right, sorry about that. You all, I didn't realize my computer battery was that low. So, okay. So this is the first slide of information here. And according from where everything we have here, that you should be eligible for your SHBP, your flexible benefits, the Georgia defined contribution plan that we had to switch over from the GSEPs to the GGCP. I'm out of breath. I had to go get my charger.
It's okay.
And and prorated leave accrual. So, and that's prorated depending, and how that works is, normal work week is 40 hours. So you kind of divide that by what the average hour per week that the employee is working, and that's where you get the number of hours. So you'll be able to see that on your time sheet, what number of hours.
Okay, so quick question on the state health benefit. So that was effective 2/16, is that correct?
Well, on 2/16 you became eligible because it was the middle of the month. Then you have to wait the full 30 days. So that's why your plan didn't become available until April 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this may be them question, but they sent me back to HR. Maybe I didn't ask the right wording. So in my February paycheck, my March paychecks, three payments were taken out, but it didn't start till April 1st. Is that right? Should three have been out? They thought only two of them should have been taken out.
For your health coverage?
Yes.
Sonia, that's not normally how that works, right? Let me go back and look at it. I can look at it.
No, usually your health deductions are taken 1 month in advance. So if your first deduction should have been deducted from your March 15th check for your April 1's coverage.
Let me go back here to your March 15th, 2021 paycheck here.
Thank you. And I pull them as well.
Okay.
And just so you know, it wasn't a major inconvenience, but on Blue Cross's end, they never activated my insurance. So I went to use it and it was denied coverage. So I had to call, and I did get to somebody and they're like, you don't have coverage. It expired, whatever. So no one on State Health had ever activated my insurance. So I did not get it activated until 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm looking out there and I didn't see a deduction. So maybe on the 331, maybe.
But I can go back and check. So 315 is when I should have received a deduction for health insurance. Okay.
I don't see anything there. So, okay. So we'll go here. So that was just basically what you would do there. Just kind of put that in order there. And then I know you had mentioned about the GDCP. So per ERS, and I think we spoke to Kalia, the same person. She was saying there is no interest generated on GDC plans. It's the employees eligible to get a refund on whatever funds they contributed to the plan.
Okay.
So that was that. And as of 7/1, when you go back to your regular position, you will be eligible for all full-time benefits, and just kind of outlined them here: your state health, your
Okay.
Georgia Breeze, your 401k, your 457, your ERS, which is what you'll be in is GSEPs, and full leave accrual to go back to whatever leave you should be accruing at the number of years that you have with the state at that time.
Okay, so will I receive an email from Miss Sonia again, so I can go back in and then choose all those?
We can send you an email. We can definitely send you an email. We have you scheduled for 7/1 orientation for the benefits portion, like you asked, where we have you on
Okay,
there. So
great.
we'll send you a reminder on the like that Monday, I think, or something like that.
Oh, perfect. And then I think in the presentations, there's a link, so that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't need separate. Okay, that's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that's that for 7/1. And then here are the links I was saying for the YouTube. This is what they have out on ERS Peach State Reserve information. So
Okay.
this will give you the information about GSEPs when you're eligible to go back in there. Like, you can listen to it beforehand just to kind of get a full good understanding. And of course, let us know if you have any questions. And then the Peach State Reserve, which is specific to the 401k and 457.
Okay.
They have a video out there. So I put those links in there so you'll have those and don't have to go search for them. And then this, I just pulled a copy of your 615 check stub, because you were mentioning in that email that you were going to have to pay out those GSEP deductions of that 191 again. And so from what we can see in the system as of today, because of course payroll hasn't confirmed, and so it should not change, but there is no deductions that are scheduled to come out for
Great.
those. So this is the copy of the 615.
Perfect. The lady that I talked to, I'm sorry, I've got pages and pages of notes, but the lady that, hold on one sec. Ashley was her name. She
Mhm.
said it takes 1 to 2 pay periods and they had no control over it. So
Right.
she thought that I would, based upon her prior experience, that it would be taken out. Okay,
Right.
so it won't be. Okay, great.
So according to
But
what we
6
see in there.
Okay,
sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And this will be, of course, a copy of this in the presentation, so I could make it bigger or
Oh, it's
send you a
okay.
separate copy. But according to what we see in there now, there is
Okay.
no deduction that's scheduled to come out on 6/15 for any for the 457 or 401k and all those, the GSEPs and all those things or whatever. So those were, I think, according to the list of things. I know you've talked to Kalia over there, so you had asked for ERS person. So I know you've kind of been conversing with her back and forth. So you kind of got your direct person over there. And just trying to make sure, I think those are only all the things that I had written down that we needed to get back to you. And of course, there's a couple of emails that we've kind of gone back and forth a little bit, kind of get some answers. Is there anything else from that first meeting that you could think of that we didn't address here that we want to make sure we get addressed there?
No, I don't think so. And just to make sure I understand, so when I have that July 1st meeting, I'll have the opportunity to go back and start from scratch with all my benefits and make all new elective choices if I choose, correct?
You should be able to go in
Okay.
and do all of the new stuff. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
Yeah. And your last email regarding your conversation with Kalia over ERS about the 6/30 date and all of changing the system. So on our end, we can go in and update your change over on 6/30 to be effective July 1. So we did get with payroll, because we don't submit the payroll reports to ERS monthly. All we do is go in the system and do whatever we need to do. So we can definitely do our end of that. We got with payroll, who processes OPB payroll, and they said that the report doesn't go over to ERS until July 1st. And so, and then in talking to the ERS representative, she's saying that they don't, sometimes it takes them maybe a day or two, a couple of days for them to be able to view it in the system. So that's kind of where, it kind of leaves out of our hands of how fast they can get it processed. But on our end, we can definitely, make sure we get the changeover in the system. And then per payroll, they said they actually send the monthly ERS report to them on July 1st. Well, they'll be sending June's monthly report to them on July 1st. And so
Okay.
that's how they'll do that. And then everything else is kind of, I guess, once they're able to see the information in the system on the ERS side, they can move forward, I guess, with that. So.
Yeah, so what Kalia told me was that Brielle, apparently you've been talking to her as
Mhm.
well,
Mhm.
that they have escalated to the management level. So
Mhm.
they'll actually manually go in and manually process that direct deposit if
Oh,
they
okay.
get to it on July 1st. But they need you to make sure that you moved not active to active or whatever. And then
Mhm.
they can actually, they're going to physically go in and so they're done in batches apparently. So they
Mhm.
can't do a batch on July 5th because it's a state holiday, but they'll physically, virtually, whatever they do, they will go in that website and pull mine so that it can be done singly.
Okay.
That's what they
Okay.
said. Okay.
Okay.
Just as long as
So,
again, okay, good.
yeah.
All right.
No, so yeah, those are all of the things, like I said, we were trying to get back and forth. That's why I sent the email yesterday, is that I was waiting on confirmation of the information that you were asking, just trying to make sure that on our end that we could do that without interrupting anything, because of course June 30th is still a part of that pay cycle. So I wanted to make sure we weren't going to be able to, it wasn't be anything that we'd be disrupting if we were to try to go in and make a change. Since everything won't be truly effective until July 1.
Okay. So I have another thing. Okay. I reached out to GSEPs and I do have a contact, but she's not doing what she's saying. I was supposed to, after that day, receive a voicemail and an email, and it's now been 3 business days. So can you assist me with finding somebody related to the 457 contribution plan that actually can respond in a timely manner? The issue is that they've taken all this money out and there's not a clarity about how I'm supposed to process to get that. And I have been obtaining interest in there, and I want that interest because it was taken from me. So I could have chosen, I have a separate retirement account that I could have chosen to do, but I thought I was eligible for GSES and I'm trying to get vested. So I they said that everybody has to file a case, whatever that means. And so they were waiting for info back from the back office for refund, but she committed to me that she would call me that day, and that I received emails. I received nothing. So I need help.
And who was that person?
Her name
Maybe I
is
could.
Ashley. She was
Ashley.
very nice, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not waiting 3 business days. I have
Right.
actually 4 now. I reached out to her Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, so 4 business days, no communication. She confirmed my email address and my phone number. And she said there's an error in the system, which I think they were waiting on something from you all, but I'm not exactly sure about that.
Mhm.
That anyway, they're making a case, she said, to reverse it. There's a timing, so it's to send out the funds, but it has to go through back office about the refund. And again, I've had no communication.
Okay. Okay. And you said this was Ashley at Georgia Breeze, right? Or
Uh,
yours?
I
PS,
call-
PSR.
uh, it's Ashley at GSEPs. I called her at 9:47 a.m. I have the phone number.
Okay. Yeah, let me start with her. So let me get a number for her first.
Now, I went through the general queue, so I have no
Oh,
direct,
okay.
but I can
Okay.
tell you the phone number I called. But her name is Ashley. She was super nice. I think she took copious notes. Can't say, but again, 4 business days now. Well, at noon.
Mhm.
And she didn't do what she said she was going to do.
Okay.
So I'm just flying in the dark is how I feel. And that causes me insane stress.
All right. Well, I will jump on it and try to, because I'm trying to, like I have been saying again, once again, I want to apologize for all of this, but we're definitely trying to move and try to get as many answers and do our part of trying to get this rectified as quickly as we can on our end to try to assist and everything. So I will try to reach out and see if I can find out who Ashley is or find out some information and try to get back with you hopefully by Monday. I'm not going to promise for today. I'm going to try to see what I can get
Okay.
by Monday, and then kind of let you know where things stand if somebody does get back to me or give me any information on Monday in regards to that. So,
Okay. Thank you. And then I have one more question. So my husband during COVID also lost his job. So we were without
okay.
insurance. So my daughter is a college freshman. So we paid $3,000 because my daughter needed to be insured. And
Right.
the what's it called? Whatever it is you can do supplemental Cobra was $900 a month, which was to us way out of our reach.
Right.
At that point, my husband wasn't getting a $300 bonus, so we were living on like, pennies for the month. So we purchased my daughter's student health insurance plan because we can't let our kid not have health insurance. So that's where our money was redirected to. So here's our issue. My daughter has to have surgery. And so Monday, and so we have to pay 20% of the cost of the $30,000 thing and plus $500. So we clearly don't have that because I have a paycheck $437. So I reached out to them today, and long and short of it is there possible if I need it, I can get a letter that explains this, because I've asked them to do the surgery instead. I've explained, but they're only taking my word for it. I don't have any documentation. And I asked actually Christina when this first started, like, I need documentation about this whole process that's happened. So I have some kind of, all I see is stuff being yanked out of my account. And I've had conversations with people, but I have nothing in writing about what happened. So I literally had an 11 a.m. conference call with Children's Healthcare, pretty much begging them to do my daughter's surgery at Eggleston, but we don't have the 20% and we don't have the $500 copay. Anyway, and we had already paid for the insurance for the year, so that's why I did not re-add her, because I paid $3,000 for a year long of insurance for her. So part A is I would love to have this whole what happened in writing, so I have it. Because then two, and I've already asked for Christina that, but I'm not sure why I haven't gotten it. And I assume it's a her thing, but maybe I'm wrong. And then two, if I need one, you don't have to do it proactively, but can I email you and ask for a letter? So I have some documentation to give to Children's Healthcare, so they will at least allow me 60 days, 90 days, because we would have had no problem. That's what that money was going for, right? We could but now I have that we don't have that money. So, and it could be August till I get this money. So I don't want them to come after, and actually my daughter is over 18, so they're going to go after her, which is not how we operate. And they explained that to me today on the phone. She's responsible for her home bills. Well, sorry, our 18-year-old is not. So I may need some help because we don't have the funds to cover this surgery that's Monday at Eggleston.
Okay, so you're saying the letter that you potentially may need, and you'll let me know, is just a state of that of the recoup and the financial impact of all the. Okay, I just wanted to understand exactly kind of what the letter. Okay.
I mean, she was nice, but I mean, I guess people lie to them all the time. And we had, my daughter signed a contract with them, explained that we'd be able to pay, and now we can't. Period. I mean, it's Monday. We got paid May 31st. This was where the money was going, right? And that, so
well, just let me know if they need some like specific information, give me the details, but it was just a general letter. We can generate something and make sure that we have the detail of enough to kind of detail the financial impact that it's had in the last.
Okay, great. Because it's direct. I mean, we don't have any way to pay that, but they're trying to. So right now, my daughter signed a contract. Essentially, the surgery's canceled, but we can't have the surgery canceled. We've been waiting for this for COVID and months. She has to have the surgery at Eggleston. So anyway, so we're working through that now because I'm not going to lie to them. I mean, we don't have the money. We have the money. We don't have the money. So anyway. So that, and then if I can just, and again, this may be on Christina, I the first day I had this conversation, I have it to in writing as well. I want in writing what happened, like, because I can't find it in any manual. When I met with the people at, how many other places I've called, they're like, what? How's a salaried person not in GSEPs? I'm like, I have no idea. My friends in DOE that are 75%, they get benefits. So I don't understand how this happened, but whatever. So I just want it in writing. Because things are being pulled and yanked out of my account, but I can find nowhere where this is a policy.
Understood. So I will, we'll work on getting the entire thing, or I'll get with Christina, since you mentioned it, see if she's already started somewhere, kind of see where she is with that, and then we'll work on that. So I'll get with her.
Perfect.
Okay. So I think what I owe you at this point is like a reach out to Ashley, or try to, if not Ashley, try to find somebody that may be able to assist you in regards to, you said the GSEPs information is what you were wanting details about, or was?
Yeah, because I have to refund all that money. Well, again, if I could do the refund starting today so I can get through HR payroll or whatever, so that boom, it's done July 1.
Mhm.
I need to have the authority to do that, but because there's an error in the system, I can't even do it. So,
Right.
and I can't fix the error. I'm again forced to deal with people who live behind these HR shields where nobody talks to the person who is impacting. And so I have to wait for back office. And again, she told me she's going to call me back or and email me. None of that happened. So I'm at
Okay.
the force of these people that live behind these invisible, whatever they do. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All righty. And then of course I'll reach out to Christine and see where she is or what her plan, since you talked to her about the documentation, and see where she is, and I'll just we'll kind of pick it up from there. So, okay.
Alrighty.
So I'll get back. Well, thank you. And again, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to try to work through this. And then again, I apologize for all of the inconvenience and confusion that's been brought about. There was one last thing I did want to mention though, SHBP, because you're already in a plan, they may or may not allow you to change the plan that you want on the 7/1 because it's still in the current benefit year.
Okay.
So the plan that you chose, when you chose your plan, they may say you have to stay in that one until open enrollment, which starts happening like October, November. So just FYI, I don't know if they're going to say that or not, but I just
Okay.
wanted to give you that tidbit just in case they say that. So it's not foreign to you that they may tell you have to stay in what you've chosen this far until open enrollment later this year.
Okay. And just a side note. So in August, my daughter's insurance will end. So because she won't have insurance, then I can add her because she won't have insurance, correct?
That should be considered a qualifying event, and you should be able to go to the SHBP website and go through the process of the qualifying event, and they'll tell you whatever documentation they will need from you at that point, which
Okay.
sometimes is like a letter just saying the benefit ended or something like that, but they'll
Okay.
tell you the details, but that should qualify as a qualifying event,
Okay.
loss of coverage. Mhm.
Okay, but I can add like all the stuff through Georgia, whatever, the supplement, because I didn't do any of those. I didn't do dental, I didn't do whatever. I just did what I needed to do to get through
Right.
until I was put back on full time. Okay.
Yeah, so when you go to July 1, you will be eligible to enroll in the Georgia Breeze flexible benefits and all
Okay.
those that apply as a full-time salaried benefit eligible employee.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank
right.
you.
All right. Well, you have a great weekend, Dr. Boardman.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.